Australia is a sporting nation, and the Tamworth electorate is a sporting electorate. We have a proud history of producing Olympians, world beaters, and some of the best to represent our nation. Sporting stars like Olympians George and Clive Barton, Canberra Raiders legend Alan Tongue, current Wallabies captain Harry Wilson, Boomer Nick Kay, Hockey Roo Alice Arnott, and the Bendemeer Bullet Australian cricketer Josh Hazlewood. We have a pedigree when it comes to sport, and that pedigree is created on junior sporting fields across our great electorate. That's where our kids find a passion for their chosen sport, ably supported by their parents who make the sacrifices necessary for success. Weekends standing on the sidelines, holidays spent travelling across the country, registration fees, footy boots, uniforms, those costs add up. But parents know that those costs are nothing compared to the investment they make in the health and well-being of their child. The statistics show that young people who participate in sport are 20 to 30% less likely to suffer from anxiety and depression. They're more likely to be attentive in the classroom, and they have demonstrated higher self-esteem and confidence, and their chosen sport helps them make friends. I speak often about the importance of getting young people off iPads, computers, PlayStations and iPhones, and the evidence backs that up. Sport participation is critical, which is why it's so good to see so many young netballers at the Tamworth Netball Association Winter Competition opening ceremony recently. Parents and netballers from across our region descended on the Sports Dome in Tamworth to celebrate the beginning of the 2026 winter season. It was a first of its kind event, bringing players together across the competition to celebrate the sport they love. And the march past got everybody involved and gave a great vibe to the start of the season. It was like a homecoming for me after spending years on the sidelines as a parent, and it was a familiar sight to see the parents at the opening ceremony backing up their kids ahead of the season. Netball is one of the most popular sports in Australia, with more than 1 million people, mostly juniors, kitting up and shooting hoops through the winter season. In the Tamworth competition alone, there are 118 teams registered in the Saturday comp, 42 teams in the women's competition, and 40 teams in the mixed. That represents thousands of players who love their chosen sport. And why wouldn't they? Netball encourages teamwork, communication and leadership skills that stay with you throughout life, and friendship. Junior netball isn't just about building better athletes, it's building stronger, more confident younger people. Sport is the lifeblood of regional communities. The people in my electorate love our sport, and that's shown on the sidelines of Central North Rugby, Group 4 Rugby League, our hockey fields, our cricket fields, and as we're just talking about, netball and the redevelopment of our number one oval in Tamworth. We're passionate about sport for the mateship and the health benefit it provides, but we're also aware of the benefits sport brings to our community. That's best demonstrated through the incredible benefits sport tourism brings our region. Recently, we had the Regional Academies of Sport Academy Games held in Tamworth. That meant close to 1,000 young athletes descended on our city for a weekend of competition. This was a weekend at the end of the school holidays that would normally be an incredibly quiet weekend for Tamworth's hotels, motels, caravan parks, pubs, cafes, clubs and small businesses. But instead, because of sport, we had close to 1,000 athletes and their families and supporters in our city, eating in our venues, shopping in our businesses and staying in our accommodation. That economic multiplier effect of their business is incredible, and it's all because of sport. And that's why regional communities back sporting events. They're resilient to economic shocks like rising fuel prices, and that's continuing to be felt across regional New South Wales. Events like the Regional Academy Games, the Mudgee Classic, the Snowy River 3x3 Cross Country MTB Series, the Koori Knockout, the New South Wales Cross Country Championships in Nowra, all bring crowds to regions right across regional New South Wales and support local economies. As the Shadow Minister for Tourism, I recognise this value for our regions, which is why I'm a big supporter of investing in regional sporting facilities. In Tamworth, the former Coalition government invested in our hockey facilities, our athletics facilities, our basketball and netball facilities. We gave Council a $15 million grant for a new aquatic centre, a project that's on its way.